Today we're going to be talking about addition with zero pairs. And when we talk about adding zero pairs, the math term for that is an additive inverse. Most of the time, though, we're going to call them opposite numbers. What's important to remember about zero pairs, or the additive inverse, or opposite numbers, is that when you combine them, when you add them, they will always equal zero. In other words, they cancel out. So for example, if you had the number 1 represented by this yellow counter and negative 1 represented by the red counter, and you added them together in an addition sentence like this, 1 plus negative 1, they would cancel out. Therefore, 1 plus negative 1 equals 0. So let's work through an addition sentence using zero pairs. I'm going to add negative 13 plus 24. First thing I want to do is model negative 13. And I can do that with 13 of the negative 1 chips, but I can use other denominations like negative 5 and negative 10 to make it a little bit easier. So negative 13 would be a negative 10 and 3 negative 1s. So here's negative 13, and then I need to add to that 24. So I'm going to bring over 2 10s for 20, and then 4 yellows to make 24. Move that one out of the way so we're not confused. So these are the zero pairs that we are going to combine. Every zero pair that has a partner will cancel out. So I'm going to cancel out the negative 10 and the positive 10, this negative 1 and positive 1, this negative 1 and positive 1, and this negative 1 and positive 1. And then I'm going to look at what I have left. I have a positive 10 and a positive 1. And when I combine those together, that equals 11. Therefore, the answer to the problem, negative 13 plus 24, that equals 11. Now, what happens when we combine two negative numbers? In this number sentence, I have negative 33 plus a negative 21. So just like before, I'm going to model both of those numbers with my counters. So let's do negative 33. So here's negative 10. Another negative 10 makes negative 20. Third negative 10 makes negative 30. And then 3 negative 1s will be negative 33. Then I need to add to that a negative 21. So I need 2 more negative 10s and 1 more negative 1. And next, I cancel out all my zero pairs just like before. Any matching red and yellow will cancel out. But if I look here, I see I don't have any yellows. I only have red. Therefore, I don't have anything to cancel out. So when you don't have anything to cancel out, all you do is combine all the counters that you've got. So I'm going to add up. I have a negative 10, negative 20, negative 30, negative 40, negative 50, negative 51, negative 52, negative 53, negative 54. Therefore, the answer to this problem is negative 54. And we'll do one more for good measure. Let's add 12 plus negative 21. So I'm going to show 12 with a 10 counter and 2 1 counters, and negative 21 with 2 negative 10 counters and 1 negative 1 counter. Again, I'm going to cancel out all my zero pairs, so anything that matches will go away. 10 and negative 10 cancel out. 1 and negative 1 cancel out. And now look here. I have a negative 10 and a positive 1 left. Well, I can't cancel them out because they're different denominations. Negative 10 and 1 are not equal. So I'm going to have to break this negative 10 up into some other counters. So I can take this negative 10 away, bring over a negative 5, and 5 negative 1s, because negative 5 and 5 negative 1s is the same as negative 10. And then I can cancel out my zero pair, which is right here, and then I count what I have left. I have negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9. So my answer to 12 plus negative 21 is negative 9.